What up, what up? It's the BLONGshow. I'm back again for another day of kicking it with my people. Young humanitarian style. For a little while I have been wondering and thinking about why do most rap not have any substance? And that bothered me because, I love music. I love all genres of music. And one of the music that I really enjoyed when it came out just disgusts me these days. There's a few good artists out there that's talking about something, but the majority of these people ain't saying that. I try my best to find underground artists because they still be spitting a little bit, but a lot of them now even starting out to talk about nothing. And I actually discovered where all of the mess came from. But I'll tell you that, but before I get into that, the rapping Duke. All of these different old school dudes that used to get busy. Houdini, Run DMC, Dougie Fresh, and the Get Fresh crew, LL Cool J. All these people used to go hard. The Two Live crew, they had their own little thing. They was on some other stuff, but it was like everybody had their thing. Remember Dance All Night? Remember DJ Quick came out with that? That ain't nothing like. MC8 was clowning with the CMW. You Can Get the Duck Sick. NWA, they had their own thing popping off. Spice One. It used to be cold out here. I don't need to mention Tupac. He had his own thing, but we got so much controversy surrounding him. I didn't want to go there. But Will Smith. You had to respect his game, boy. That dude he was cold. Will Smith was so cold. He no cussing, and he was just going in on regular life stuff. Like, he was kicking it. Parents just don't understand. The Friday the 13th thing. Him and his boys did that last little roundup cut. Summertime. Ice-T. What his boys did that. The Convicts. Big Mike. Ghetto Boys. Rap used to be so cold, and then all of a sudden it just fell off around 2000s. These dudes got to talking this crazy stuff, just saying any old thing. Everybody wanted to be a gangster. Couldn't nobody come up with no regular songs and stuff. That's why I respect DJ Khaled, because he put out some regular stuff, some good stuff, good vibes and things like that. Everybody know we all got a little gangster in us. Us dudes from the streets, but at the same time, us gangsters don't want to hear that street stuff all the time. Sometimes we want to go party. A lot of times we want to go party. Any dude that act like he just gangster 24/7, that dude need a pill. Something wrong with him. I don't know no dude that's just gangster 24/7, unless he faking. And when you really get to know him, he probably a coward or he a mental case, and he ain't gonna last long. But anyway, what happened is the industry saw an easy way to continue to get money and make more money, because the people that they was marketing was dumb. I'm just be blunt like I always do. I ain't trying to sugarcoat nothing. And the reason that they found out they was dumb is because you get them young, and as long as you get them young, these young dummies don't know nothing. They still just following. 90% of them do not come up with nothing. They just following and saying the dumbest things. And they see that they're getting high and all that, so people paying attention to these little cuts just because people follow anybody that's moving up. Anybody with some fame, a lot of people follow them, and they see that. And there's no respect in it, because it's just a bunch of young dudes and young freaks trying to come up with something, and they making money doing it. It's just like the Lions. Why change it when I'm making money? I make money off of the weakest thing that I got, as long as I'm still packing the stands, who cares? Because my pocket's still fat. I ain't losing no revenue. So why do I gotta make my people work hard to produce some good music? Look at Motown. That's still slapping to this day. Back in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, this music still slapping in 2021. Hard. You can put that stuff on in the club that's jumping anywhere, and they still gonna be on it. You know, and so these record companies figure, why do I gotta put any energy behind making this music better when I got all these little fools that keep falling for it? And then the other part is, I'm gonna hit two things, I ain't gonna keep you long. I'm gonna hit two things and I'm gonna move on and go have me some dinner. So the other thing is, I seen one little fool on YouTube said, if you over 30, you need to quit rapping. Or 30 or 35, something he said like that. So what you telling me then is that rap is just immature music. Rap is for the foolish. You don't want to hear no mature raps. No real raps about life. No real raps about relationships. No real raps about growing up. No real raps about getting in trouble. No real raps about staying out of trouble. No real raps about maturing in life. No real raps about buying things. No real raps about owning things. No real raps about generations. No real raps about where we come from. No real raps about where we going. All you want to hear is some BS, some nonsense, some kick it here, kick it there. We did this, we did that. Look at me. Ooh, I got this. Like a little baby. You want to wear some little stuff around your neck or put some junkie on. Who put a grill in? You got to be a dumb, ignorant, stupid person to walk around with a grill in. That's like Halloween. Like when we used to put the little Dracula teeth in our mouth. You a buster. Man, that ain't sweet. That's lame. And then all these people that done got hung, who wants to wear a necklace? I ain't wearing no necklace. I'm cool on that. That don't represent the right thing to me. And it doesn't mean anything. Just a piece of metal hanging around your neck that somebody didn't design. You don't even design it yourself. You need somebody else to design it. That's what another thing I'm talking about. There's no pride in nothing. We just pay for everything. People losers. Ain't nobody creating nothing no more. And then the other thing is, I seen another fool on YouTube talking about how deep he was on the prison yard. So he's some big rapper because he was some hood in gang banging and stuff. First of all, I don't care about how deep you was on the yard. What's happening with you out here? Nobody cares what you did in prison. Keep that prison stuff in prison. And if you was so deep in prison and you was so proud of that, go back. Why is you out here? Go stay where you was deep at with your fellas. 9 times out of 10, y'all was booty banging. You know, and who cares about what you did in prison? Do something out here where it matters at. Don't nothing in prison matter other than in prison. Your prison doings don't matter out here. So stop being proud of that. That's the stupidest thing I done heard. Who's proud about being in prison? Who's proud about getting locked up? You was controlled, man. When you went to prison, you did what they told you to do when they told you to do it, no matter how deep you was on the yard. These couple officers came out and said, yard over. And you went on in the building. These people came through and said, lockdown, count time, all that stuff. And you obeyed. But you talk about how deep you was on the yard? Come on, man, that's stupid. People don't ever think about nothing, and I ain't trying to go off on nobody. I'm just saying, it's just dumb how I keep hearing these dumb things that people be saying, and they ain't really thinking about it. And then they don't go back and try to fix it or nothing. They just try to roll with it because they're ashamed of what they said. Or they feel like they got to stand by it. You know, think about that. If you're so proud about what you was doing in prison, why don't you stay in prison? Go back to prison. Live in prison. Because people out here, we don't care. You just entertainment for some suckers that wishing for fame. Some suckers that's trying to be down with who they think is tough. Them suckers gonna fade away. You ain't even gonna be with them lames in 2-3 years. All them lames you with right now gonna either double cross you or hate on you behind your back, or find somebody else that they can ride on the nuts harder than they riding on yours. That's how that rotation worked. Just like when you was in prison. I bet you got into it with some of the deep people you was with. And you probably was a bully, which is lame to me too. You know, I'm just watching all this different stuff unfold. And it's like people getting farther and farther and farther away from what really matters, and that's the spirit. They're getting farther and farther and farther away from God. And that's why we have no substance and nothing that we're talking about. So, what I ask is, people that want to rap, I don't care if you're 90 years old, rap. People that want to be in prison, I don't care how old you is. If you want to be in prison and you think prison is cool, go to prison and stay in prison. Get out of our way out here. The people that's trying to do something. You know, let's start to build on thoughts. Let's build on what we're saying. Let's watch what we're doing and saying, and see what effect that has on us and on the people that's coming under us, the children, the little people. Because one day, right now, yeah, you might be 20-something. But if you're lucky enough to make it to 50 or 60-something, them 20-year-olds ain't gonna respect you because that's not what you're teaching. See, we was taught to respect older people, help older people. You know, and I do know some shady old people out there, but you don't have to let them harm you. And you just help out the other ones. But you don't need to disrespect the ones. You just let them know you know what tip they are. Come on, people, let's keep it moving, man. Let's get better. Let's stop falling backwards and start walking forwards. This is the BLONG Show.